Then no, okay. Good. So, wait a moment. This is one for my first time here in Zoom. Okay. So, Marius, when you want, we can start with the interview. For me,
Yes.
it's a pleasure, man, to talk with you. This is my first time with you, and this is awesome, man. Congratulations for this new album. This the whole trilogy is amazing, and I hope to see you in a show while this album. I think it's fucking amazing, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we hope that we will be able to come to Spain after this pandemic thing is gonna vanish for sure. So we can we can come there and start to play shows. But I'm really glad that you like the new album Abyss Rise, and so we can talk about it today.
Perfect. My first question, Marius, is obviously about the writing process, the composition of the album. I think this with the pandemic, everything is not easy. I think has been a lot of conference, a lot of audios, a lot of WhatsApps, a lot of Skype, Zoom. How was the composition of the album been?
Well, like you said, we were composing and recording this album during the pandemic, but that thing didn't actually stop us from doing the album justice. So and I had to travel twice in Studio Fredman in Gothenburg to record drums, and then come back once again doing the mixing and mastering for the album. And we had a really nice flow, even though we had to face a lot of risks during these flights. Sometimes we didn't even knew that if we're going to have a flight back. But fortunately, we make it happen, So it was pretty smooth, the whole process of recording, songwriting, everything, composing.
I think the trilogy ends with this new album, with Abyss Rising. And we can hear about the destruction of the human, the conceptual album of the hell, aggressions, anger, frustration. Why this album speak about this all these concepts?
Well, this is the third chapter of the trilogy that we started with the Venomous and Wolf to Man and our singer Ronnie. This time he wrote this very dark concept about the fact that now we are already in the hell that we have created ourselves, and there is no turning back. And we have to face the consequences of the facts that we're doing, in a daily basis. Like we are very against our civilization. We are destroying each other with wars, with bad blood, all that stuff combining. But I really hope that this is not going to take place anyways in the end. So it's going to be a turn to the smarter path for humanity. So we're not gonna, destroy ourselves, even though, as history has shown so far, we never learn from our own past mistakes, But hopefully there is a glimpse, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So this for us is like, we're not preachers, of course, but we want to make people think a little bit, come on, we can be better than that, stuff like that.
And how was the important been the pandemic about this album?
It didn't actually affect us in that matter. I think this concept comes even before the pandemic. It was a ironic idea. Like he wanted to express the whole story. Like we started with walking towards our own destruction, and then in the end, here now on Abyss Rising, we're already here.
And the album has many delays to come out. Now it's come the next month. Why are you waiting for the February? Is it because for the upcoming shows, or why is there so many delays to they come out?
Yes, it's true. Actually, the album got very very much delayed because of the fact that actually the album was ready from November 2020.
No.
But then we didn't. We have to. Yes, it's such a long time. Okay. Such a long time, and then we had to make photos and music videos in Greece, But because of the pandemic and the two lockdowns in Greece, we had to cancel flights all the time. We cancel. I can't remember how many flights we have canceled from the guys from Sweden to come to Greece, and that took forever. And that's one of the reasons actually that we, delayed the whole process of the new album. But hopefully now, eventually, now next month, 18th of February, the album is going to be released. So we are very happy and very excited because we also waiting for that album to come out. Because like I said, it was already 1.5 year ago almost. So you understand we're very excited and we're very patient. Also.
I think so. Talking about the songs of the album, we have 4 singles, and we can see the feedback from the people, from the fans. Is very positive. Everything said, this is awesome. This is what I expected. I think you have made a very good album, as I said. With the Venomous and Sweet Vengeance, the first album, I think for me, these 3 albums one of my favorite albums from Night Rage. Did you expect this great feedback about the new singles?
You never expect anything because when you write an album, of course, we like the songs we are doing, and for us, it's the best songs ever. That's how we feel. But we never know how people will think, and that's always a mystery for us. So it's a very actually nice feedback and very positive feedback that we got, that people started to like the album, and we got a very warm, very nice comments actually. So that's always a surprise for us, to be honest. It's because we never expect too much, but in the end of the day, of course, we're not doing only that to please ourselves. We always want other people to like the stuff we're doing. So it's definitely a plus for us to have to see that this nice reaction from people, press, fans, whatever, friends.
I want to speak about 3 songs of the album. The first one is the single "No System Oblivion." It's one of them. I think it's one of the most powerful songs of the album, and also has that clean part in the middle of the song. I think it's complete so perfectly. The melodic metal with the clean part, with everything. As you say, it's like a little Pink Floyd influence.
Yes.
I think so. Magnus composed the riff, but how were the first ideas for this song, for Now in Oblivion?
Yeah, it's pretty much Magnus' ideas as far as I remember that song. But of course, we always writing like 50-50 all the riffs. Like me and Magnus writing all the music. But I remember that song in particular, it was more of a Magnus ideas, and that's really cool actually, because he has a very different ideas, very different than mine. But in the end of the day, they actually fit on the Nitrates concept. These ideas coming and they sound like they fit on the Nitrate signature style. So yeah, I mean, we like to blend different vibes, like brutal riffs with ethereal melodies, and that for us is always a challenge. And I think on that song we managed to do that once again. I really also like the song.
And then, do you like Pink Floyd?
Yeah, I mean, these vocals, the way he sings the vocals, the background vocals, this kind of mood, give me these vibes. That's why I say that.
Another song, I have to say that Ronnie Neiman on vocals, especially in this album, seems like a big change to me. I think his voice is incredible, it's amazing. In this album, Ronnie sings like a god. With Thomas, with Thomas Lindberg, I must say you that with Thomas Lindberg since to voice for my favorite of your band, but I want to tell you about the one song is called "False God." I think it's the top on this album. I love it. This is one of my favorite. But I want to tell you about this song about False Ghost.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I want to tell you about about the importance for Ronnie Neiman, about the importance on this
His
album.
vocals
Yeah,
in general, his
yeah.
vocals, his in general. Yeah, I really think so too. I think he managed to actually found his own kind of voice, and the fact also that he incorporated a little bit of a clean vocals on the choruses, background clean vocals are along with the brutal screams, make a really nice contrast. I think makes a very unique approach to the sound. But I think Ronnie actually he after that's his fourth Nitrates album actually. So now I think he's very mature, and I think he found his own style and his own voice in the band. So it's I agree what you said about his input on this album is especially is very unique and very cool actually.
I think this is a perfect frontman for the melodic death metal bands. I think it's the one of the best frontmen that I have seen. This I know I have no idea about Ronnie before the Nitrates, but in the last three albums from your band, I have to say you that I speak with my friend about Ronnie. So he told me this one from his favorite singer. Congratulations, but I think the band had many changes and more for lineup change. I want to tell you about these changes, about these lineups. But do you think that this is the perfect lineup of Night Raid for your band?
Yeah, for me, this is the real Nitrates, and of course, I know we have been through different changes, but that happened because of the fact we wanted to move on, and the band. I wanted the band to be still alive, and there was no other way to do it. But I really think this lineup we have now is the real Nitrates, and of course, I see it now on a positive look now. The fact that all these changes happen. And otherwise, I wouldn't be able to meet the guys that I have in the band right now. And we have this really nice, stable and steady lineup that everybody's doing the best they can for the band.
What is it like to have a band with members or from Sweden, you are in Greece? It's very difficult to make a album, to make a plan.
Not at all, because thanks to the internet, that actually helping us a lot to create songs. We actually send files to each other, and of course, I always travel to Sweden several times, so we can, I can compose songs with Magnus, and that's never been a problem for us. We have ideas, and I think there's no excuse to say that it's a problem. The distance is a problem, because nowadays there's no, with the helping of internet, you don't face problems like that. So for us, it's never been a problem, because we always doing the best for the band.
There's obviously there's instrumental songs on the album, and this one we have the Divergent. I think there I can find in this on this song like influence about Steve Vai, post metal, post rock. What can you tell us about this song, about the Divergent, about these instrumental songs?
With Nitrates, we don't like to always play 100 with 100 miles per hour, very fast and very with very fast songs. But sometimes we have different ideas with acoustic guitars and some other vibes, and that's how we want to express ourselves from a different path. And I think on that song, on the instrumental song, there is a different contrast of different vibes, like the acoustic with a classical vibe that Magnus love actually. So we always try to give different ideas that of course fits the Nitrates guitar style.
And for the shows, will the whole set list about the trilogy, or can you make the set list for the next shows?
Give me a second, please. Give me a second.
Marios. Yes.
Sorry for that.
Sorry for that. That's in the live.
I had to open the door. Sorry about that. Can you repeat the question once again?
Yeah, for the For the shows, for the next shows of the band, you play the trilogy, the whole trilogy, or how was the set list for the next shows?
Well, sometimes we try to combine things, but we're gonna focus on the actual album, Abyss Rising. We're gonna focus on that, playing 5, 6 songs from that album, and of course some old songs as well. So it's a combination of different songs, always. But now we have like 9 albums. It's kind of difficult actually to find songs to put on an actual set list. So it's always a challenge for us. But we always trying to find the balance, to make it happen. But all this with new songs. That's the combination.
Perfect. I always I like to talk about the cover of the album because I think the cover of the album is one of the most important parts of the album. Here we go back to the design of the Venomous. Here I think it's John Tosas, the man that has done a great job. What can you tell us about the cover of the album? This is arrows, 7 arrows. I think it's like a hell. These hands.
Yeah, you can actually see Dante. Because actually that concept of the album, it's loosely, affected, inspired actually from Dante's Inferno. And you can see Dante, and you can see the destruction of the actual civilization or the world we have right now. So it's John Tusas. We gave him some hints, some information about songs and some lyrics, and he came up with that great cover. And also he did all the digital singles covers and some search and all that stuff. And he's very talented. We're very happy with his work for the album. But I think the main cover is really awesome. It's really cool. But you see Dante on the cover.
First, the last 2 questions is one is about the concert. How do you plan the next this year, the next month?
Yeah, that's a good question because actually we have a new booker. We have a new, yeah, of course nobody knows. That's the problem. It's very uncertain. But we have a new booker now, Nanda from Heavy Metal Agency from Finland. So she's looking for us shows, but we haven't got any bookings so far because we don't actually know what is going to happen. We don't want to book a tour and then afterwards cancel it because I see that happening a lot nowadays. Like a lot of bands booking shows, but afterwards they cancel because of they are affected by the situation of COVID. So we want to wait a little bit and see what happens. But of course, if there's any opportunity comes, we would love to go and play and meet you all guys there. Come to Spain, come to all different countries and play the new songs and meet all our friends, but it doesn't depend on us. And we really wish that this pandemic, this COVID thing will stop at some point and then we will come back to normality. We are hoping for that.
And the last one is about I have a radio station. I ask him always one question is, what is the most songs, your favorite song, the song that which the most influence for your music, for your life, for your everything? What is the favorite song?
You mean my favorite songs from the new album?
No, for another band, another artist.
Whatever. In general, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all 80s metal for sure. Like old Metallica and old Maiden. It's my favorite. Old Testament stuff like that. But of course, I like other kinds of music. It's not that I listen only to metal. I like Queen, for an example. Flash Gordon is one of my favorite soundtracks ever in movie as well. Stuff like that. I mean, I'm listening to different kinds of music, and I always try to incorporate different elements, even from acoustic guitar to nitrates to the brutality of nitrates. So it's I like to have my open and my mind, open ears, and also being flexible to accept new ideas.
And now, if you want to take one song, what is this song?
From the new album?
No, for your life.
In general, one song. That's a very good question. Let's say Deja Vu from Iron Maiden.
Oh, wow.
that could be one. One ultimate song. That for me, that could be one. That song is amazing.
What do you think
It's
about?
truly amazing.
What do you think about the last album from the Iron Maiden?
Well, I'm a huge Maiden fan, but to be honest, I didn't really like it. You know, I'm more into the Somewhere in Time, Power Slave, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son era of Maiden. I think they were truly kings back then. Nowadays, of course, it's Maiden. Whatever they wanna do. Everybody is still a huge band, and nobody can take that from them. But what I say doesn't really matter. But like I said, I like the older Maiden much more. Of course, I respect them, fully. So it doesn't matter if I didn't like the last album or not.
So nice. This was an honor for me, my part. It was a pleasure. Thank you for your new album. Irish Rising is fucking amazing. I think this album with a powerful source, it will be fucking amazing. And I hope to see you. I don't know where the other one, but I hope to see you soon, man.
Yeah, I really hope so. Thanks a lot for the interview and the fact that you let us speak about the new album Abyss Rising. I want to send my warm greetings to all your listeners to Spain, and really hope to see you all soon, guys. Go and check Abyss Rising 18th of February. Steal it, listen it, stream it, whatever you want to do it, buy it. But support Nitrates and melodic death metal. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Always, man.
Thank you, man.
See you,
Thanks.
man.
Bye. Cheers. Cheers, man. Bye.